One thing you got to know is around election years, before, after, well, really always, comedians are going to eat. You got to know that. So the reason why you're seeing a lot more political humor, obviously, this is what they do. So we got Trevor Noah, my African brother. We treated President Biden like ish. Let's
I
go.
think we treated Joe Biden like shit. Like people just treated Joe Biden like absolute.
You love the
trash and
consistency on this
what
channel, right?
nothing.
Yeah.
Not the man just got old. That's literally all he's guilty of. He got old. And people, they're like, oh my God, have you seen Joe Biden these days? He's so old. You're like, yeah. That's what happens. You get older as a person. I can't believe how old he is. I'm like, yo, when you voted for him, it's not like he was 20. People make it seem like he pulled like a magic trick and then all of a sudden flipped into an old man. He came in as an old man, and then now he was a slightly older man, and people are like, oh my God, I can't believe him. Why does he think he can be president? Because you told him he could.
I mean, he's got a
So
point.
shitty to Joe Biden. Then they were just like pulling at strings. I mean, like, God, you see the other day he forgot. He like forgot where he was. He said the wrong city. He said Rotterdam. You like, you know. I'm like, yo, people do that all the time, especially when you're older. Yeah, you because think of it this way. It's not even about like old as in your brain is like, you know, is degrading. Think about how much information you have consumed by that point in your life. Think about how many names you've heard.
I will say, I mean, it's a your brain will deteriorate, especially if you don't take care of it in your youth. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I don't know about Biden, but like, it ain't always just you heard a bunch of stuff and can't retain it. It's like there's definitely some cognitive dissonance or some cognitive issues that you can clearly see. No matter who you voted for, what side, what red or blue tie, whatever one you banging with, you know there's something. Wait a minute now. And it's okay to recognize it. You know what I mean?
How many places you've been, how many stories. Of course, some things are going to get jumbled up. You know, it's like, yeah, the person's old. He was just old. That's all Joe Biden is. He's old. You'd be like, yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. It's not that. My grandmother, my grandfather, they would forget or switch my name with my siblings' names all the time. I'm sure you had that.
Which is why, you know, if I knew that, you know, I wouldn't vote for your grandmother to be president.
Right? They just be like, my grandmother, sometimes she'd be like, Andrew. And I'll be like, no, Trevor. And she'd be like, Yeah, when she did that, there was no point where I was like, she needs to step down. She's not fit to be my grandmother anymore.
I also have a little pushback on that one because the correlation, it's comedy. Obviously, the correlation isn't the same, but clearly there's a huge difference between having somebody be your grandma and having somebody, even if you look at the president as just a mascot or a representation, there's a big difference between having someone be your grandma and the representation or mascot of your country. I think that's a real big difference. I'm pretty sure if you asked your grandma or asked your family, do you think your grandma could be president? They'd probably be like, not now, not now, probably not now. Probably wouldn't be the best, you know. Let her ride off into the sunset, you know what I mean?
We treat old people
Because
like,
you don't want it to be like, you know, she's in a meeting with like political leaders around the world, and she calls them the wrong name. Then that now starts looking at a representation of the country. If it's just your grandma, oh, we love grandma, nobody cares. If your grandma starts coming up there and calling Putin Biden or Putin Obama, we will have an issue. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't the same thing.
shit in society. It's like we make it like they're disposable. You know, it's like, you're old. All right, get out of the way. You're old now. It's over. He just got old. Yeah, and yes, the things that he did, obviously, they don't make you comfortable. Don't get me wrong. Like, they'll throw you off. So, for instance, one of the big ones was he was at the G20, right? And he was introducing President Zelensky of Ukraine.
That's
and
what
he said, it gives me a lot of pleasure to introduce to you right now the president of one of the most powerful presidents. My honor to introduce Vladimir Putin. Oh, no. I mean, and people are like, no, Joe, he's not fit to run this country. And I was like, yeah, he made a mistake. Think about how many times he says Putin, how many times he says... It's not like he said like a random... It's not like he was like, Idi Amin. No. He said, I get it, Putin, you know what I mean? Yeah, that can happen.
No, I don't get it. I don't get that at all. I don't even get the point he's making. Shout out to Trevor. I rock with Trevor, but what? He's trying to... Okay, he called him the wrong world leader on a national stage. Okay, even though when John Travolta said the wrong Azine Abdul or whatever, and everybody killed him, I'm pretty sure you had jokes about it. So it's like, when it's the if we can do that to John Travolta, we could definitely do that to the president. The stakes are a little bit higher, you know what I mean? And I'm not one of those people who be like, oh, he's old, he's going to blow up the world, because obviously that's not how presidents work. But it's like, yeah, as a representation, you want someone who's going to know the political leaders' names at least, you know? Just, you know, rattle them off. And he's acting like it's like oh, come on. Who cares? That's not that big of a deal. It's kind of a big deal.
To you, it's a brain fart. You know? And then people said the dumbest thing. Someone said to me, they were like, well, you know, Trevor, what if it gets into a situation where he does something really bad? Like he could make a mistake like that and he could bomb the wrong country.
Well, that's
I was like, do you know how countries work?
He cooking here.
He could bomb the wrong country. What, you think just Joe Biden's there with the keys to the jet? And he's just like, I gotta pop out and do something real quick. I gotta fly to Eastern Europe. And he's like, take that, Ukraine. No! I meant Russia! You know how much bureaucracy exists between Joe Biden and a country being bombed?
That's a
like
fact.
He said,
if you're one of he's cooking here. He said the point. Some of the points he was making before were kind of head assy, but like he's cooking here. If you're one of those people who's like, well, he's old, he might drop a bomb. It's like that's not how that works. That's not how that works. But as a representation of the country, you can't have higher standards for John Travolta you can't have higher standards for Steve Harvey at a Miss America pageant or whatever than you do for the president. If we all killed Steve Harvey for saying the wrong person, then you definitely should double kill Biden for that. Because it's like, yeah, you are just a glorified mascot. You are, but that's kind of the point. We want to look like we sharp. Like, we don't want to look like that into the national stage. That's all.
You gotta bomb Ukraine. They'll be like, you mean Russia? Be like, oh, yeah, I mean Russia, of course. It's not like it just happens. It's not a thing. We treated him like such trash. He's like an old man, you know, trying to fight for his country. That's all he was doing. And here's the thing, forget the politics. It was just like the old thing that was like, I was like, why are we doing this, man? The guy's just old. It's not as sharp as
Trump is also old.
That's life. It's going to happen to all of us, hopefully. You know, if you get there, it'll happen to you. I'm like, Joe Biden, trash. And look,
hopefully I
will
won't be
fair,
president.
I will be honest. I think what didn't help was that his team didn't acknowledge that he was getting older. I don't think that helps. And that is a problem I have with like a lot of American political spin. They try and tell you that what you're seeing is not what you're seeing.
Facts.
So like Joe Biden would like, he'd be like, and then people would be like, yo, he's getting older. And his team would be like, Joe Biden is not getting older at all. In fact, he's younger than he's ever been. We're like, that's not how numbers work. The man is just getting older and older and older. Just say, yes, he's old. Just say he's old.
He's younger than he's ever been.
Yeah, he was making some mistakes. One of the ones that, one of the big ones that threw people off was he would repeatedly bring up world leaders that he had recently had a conversation with, which is fine. The only issue was that those world leaders had long been dead.
Yeah, like, hold on, Trevor. Come on, bro. You gotta bet. All right, it's one thing, right? If you pass up the saying the wrong name of the person or getting it wrong, okay, cool. When you start conjuring dead people, you have to go, all right, something going on with his brain, bro. Maybe it's not that he's old, it's that the age seems to be affecting him. That's what it is, where it's like, wait a minute, he's conjuring dead people? So your same grandma who called you all the wrong names, if she told you that she was talking to your grandpa and he's been dead for 20 years or he's been dead for a decade, wouldn't you then start having some worries like, grandma might need a little extra help, just a little extra help?
And that would throw people off, He'd be up there and he'd be like, I just had a conversation the other day with Chancellor Olaf, and people were like, Chancellor Olaf died 30 years ago. Oh no, Joe Biden, oh no. And everyone's like, he's senile, he's got dementia, oh no, oh no, oh no. I understand why people thought that. I also should let you know, full disclosure, so we're completely honest in this room. I am biased, okay? I'm biased because I've met Joe Biden. I met him at an event called the White House Correspondents' Dinner, okay? And this event, you're there, the president is there. Because of the security and everything, you have to get there well ahead of time. So you spend time, you get to meet the president, you have a long conversation with him and the first lady, and then later on in the evening, you have another conversation, then after that, you have another conversation, and then after the event, you have another conversation. So in the span of like 5-6 hours, I got to speak to Joe Biden frequently. And I have nothing to gain from telling you this. The man's not running for president or anything. He's done. He's fully corpus mentis. He was with it. Slight speech impediment, yes, but otherwise he was with it. He could recall information. He kept up with the conversation. He was with me. He was lucid. It was fine.
He says he was talking to dead people.
He was like, hey, Trevor, another thing in the country, and the things I dream for as Americans, and you do that thing, and it was fine. It's not like he talked to me, and then like 3 hours later came back, and he was like, Jackie Robinson. That didn't happen. So I don't know. I'll be honest. I have a different theory. I think I don't think Joe Biden has dementia. I don't think he's senile.
What you think, Trevor?
I just think Joe Biden is old. But I think he's so old that he can communicate with the other side. We don't consider that. But he's basically in that space between. That should have been their campaign, actually. Yeah, instead of saying he's not old, they should have doubled down. They should be like, you damn right Joe Biden's old. He's the oldest president this country's ever had, and you should be grateful. Who
Is he
better
really?
to protect the Constitution than someone who was there when they were writing it?
Is he the oldest president that we ever had? Is that a fact?
But now he's out. And I'll be honest, I'm happy for him. I'm happy that Joe Biden gets to go out like this. I think, again, as an old person, you should have a dignified end. I think we've robbed old people of that in society. Capitalism and whatever. It's like, no, it's nice to you've lived your life, you've done your thing, relax now, And Joe Biden feels more relaxed. I don't know if you've seen him recently. He just has like a different swag to him now. He just, it just feels like someone loosened up the joints, Because before, when you saw Joe Biden, he was a little precarious, When you see him walk, he didn't inspire confidence. He stumbly and he always looked like a late stage Jenga tower. Which is probably why the Secret Service wasn't so good at protecting Trump.
A late stage Jenga tower.
In their defense, they've been protecting geriatrics for the past decade. Of course, they're not in practice. When they're protecting young presidents, they're like, all right, everybody, look out for the shooter. Look out, because the danger's up. That's where you got to look. You got to look up there. When you're protecting old people, you're just like, all right, look at the ground. Where's the stairs? Where's the stairs? Where's the stairs? Look out, Mr. President. There's a dog that's shot here. Hold on. Come on. He's got a different story. Joe Biden's got he's got a vibe now, man. The other day he was at it was like a little, not a rally, it was just a meeting with a community somewhere. Some were Biden supporters, some weren't. He's just walking around greeting everyone. Hey, how you doing over there? Good to see you. How you doing? And there's a guy sitting wearing a Trump hat, right? Wearing a Trump hat. And Joe Biden comes like, hey, how you doing, man? And he's like, I don't like you. And Joe Biden's like, oh yeah, I don't like you either. And I'm like,
get him, Biden! Yeah, I rock with that. Oh, you don't like me? Yeah, eat a dick, man. What you mean? You can't do nothing else to me. I don't like you either, nigga. And I got shooters, nigga. That's what I would have said I was Biden. You don't like me? Well, I don't like you and I got shooters, so what's up? Shake something, nigga. That's what I said. Shake something, man, nigga. Yeah, see if the Secret Service don't put these... all up in you, nigga.
Guy. He's like, oh yeah, I don't like you either. I don't like you. He's like, you're old. He's like, oh, you want to talk? Look at you, you're old.
Roasting.
And he just started like trading with this guy. Back wasn't presidential. He wasn't like, oh well, I see why you feel. He's like, nah, man, you old as shit. Look at your face. Like, God damn. He's like, you old. You're just old. I'm old and I'm president, bitch. He just had like a different like vibe to him. You're like, what?
A little bop, yeah, different bop.
And the guy was wearing a Trump hat, and then he said something to Biden, something along those. He's like, yeah, that hat. And Joe Biden's like, come on, wear my hat. And he's like, no. He's like, would you wear this one? And Joe Biden's like, yeah, I'll wear your hat. Give me the hat. And he takes the hat, and he puts the Trump hat on. And he's like, yeah. And that guy, you should have seen that guy's face. He was like, wow. He thought maybe
I like that
like
Biden.
burn or something. I don't know. Just turned to. He was like, wow. He's like, I like you a lot more now. And then Joe Biden just walked away. He just had like his swag. He's like,
Low key, now I didn't see this moment, but if that Trump guy said he likes him, low key, I think the Democrats should take note from that action. I don't want to get into a whole political spiel here about how I feel like the Democrats handle shit or the Republicans, but I think Democrats need to start moving with moving with that kind of saunter. Like, no, we ain't trying to, the whole, kumbaya, we got to come, that don't work, gang. You got to do what Biden did. You see how he turned that dude? Meet them with the same energy, nigga. Quit with all this when they go high, low, we go high. That ain't, nigga, when you go low, I go to the basement, nigga. What? When you go low, oh, nigga, I hit the goddamn, the lava center of the earth, nigga. What you mean, nigga? I go so low, I'll pop back out in China, nigga. That's how low I go, nigga. Oh, you mean? Just don't go low with me. Instead of killing with kindness don't work, just kill him. Just meet him with the same energy, nigga.
all right, man, I see you, man.
See, because I would have voted for that Biden. If Biden was standing on business like that, I might could.
It's nice. And now it means he's out of it, but we're in it. Now the world, everyone in the world, because America's elections are the world's elections. Now see what happens. Now it's Kamala Harris instead. Yeah, that's good. Oh, is it a woo? Is it a woo for you? Okay. Wait. But what does it mean?
When did he record this?
What
This had to be before the election.
I'm excited or woo it's going to happen. It's happening. Damn, look at you. All right.
They were wrong.
Phoenix. Oh, damn. Okay, Arizona's important. Oh, no, Arizona's important. Because if you said, like, New York, I'd be like, rah. But if you say you're feeling it and it's in Phoenix, okay. Well,
her feeling was wrong.
It's going to be easy. I hope everyone understands that.
Facts.
America has not shown itself to have a propensity to voting for new things. It really has not. And this is very new.
This is two news, actually.
Because Kamala Harris is a woman. Yes. And she's black. And Indian. Yeah.
3 new.
Now you realize Obama was level 1. America was so proud of itself. Thought it had clocked the game. That was the easiest level in the game. It was like Mario Brothers level 1. It was like, let's do this thing. Blip, 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 blip. Blip, 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 blip. Whoop, Hawaii. Blip, 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 blip. Whoop, Hussein. Blip, 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 blip. Blip, 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 blip. Whoop, Kenya. Blip, 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 blip.
Low key, I think Michelle should have ran. If niggas wanted to have a chance, and there's some people would have been are saying like she would not have won because she's a woman and she's a black woman. She would not have won, and we don't know if she was even a fit candidate if she wanted to do it. Clearly she didn't. I'm just saying, I feel like a lot of Biden's goodwill came. Oh, you gotta look back. Obama changed. Like when you go back and look at the way Obama used to win, nigga, like Obama was the Michael Jordan of this shit. Like, he wasn't just beating people in elections. He was trouncing with no chance type niggas liked Obama so much that I think Biden got a lot of good. Oh, you was nigga next to Obama? Cool. All right, throw him in there. He might have some of that Obama smell on him still. He might. I'm telling you, bruh. That's what you. Oh, Michelle should have went up there. Low key, I feel like Michelle's speeches did more than Kamala's did. Yeah, I low key did, but hey.
Yes, we can. I was like, yeah, we did it. We did it. We did it. Yeah. Yeah. Woo. And then Kamala Harris stepped up, and then it was like, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
And then after the election, it was. I cooked that. Shout out to all my Mario niggas.
Oh, man. Oh, man. You guys have been so much fun, man. Thanks for coming out tonight. I had a great time with all of you. Good night, y'all.
I like Trevor Noah, man.